Dave Morris here in the Oklahoma's video studio, joined by these two gentlemen here, Jim Barnett and Reginald Irons, here to talk about an organization that's raising money, I believe, for musical instruments for schools. Gentlemen, thank you for your time. Very nice to meet you both.
Thank you.
School's getting started here pretty soon, right?
Right, tomorrow.
It's tomorrow, right?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Reginald here is the band director at the Classen School of Advanced Studies. We're going to talk all about his bands, the things that he does with his students there in the various disciplines. You are the organizer of Chance to Play, which is kind of what we're talking about here. Tell us about Chance to Play.
Well, it's a group of sponsors, and actually we started from a band director at Oklahoma City Schools, a need for instruments and repaired workable instruments. And so
Is that a pretty big need?
it is, and of course they've had some cuts in their budget and that sort of thing.
I would imagine, yeah.
So anyway, we got a lot of alumni who want to step up, and a lot of sponsors that have helped their schools through the years. And so anyway, we've been raising funds, and we're asking folks to donate some instruments. We've got
Here's a need. Here's how people can help out.
Bank First has ponied up and offered to offer their lobbies and a place for folks to turn in their instruments. And
so soon there'll be boxes at Bank First lobbies where they can donate to this program.
So we're getting ready to kick this off. We got a number of sponsoring bands. The bands are going to be helping us in putting on music events to raise funds for musical instruments for the schools.
Guys, what sort of musical instruments are we talking about here?
Well, we're talking about a full range of instruments, brass, horns, everything that band needs.
So if I have a trumpet in the closet, not playing it, haven't played it in 10, 20 years, that would be something that could be...
Call us or take it to your nearest church.
Got you. Okay. Put it to use, right?
Right.
Jim, did you used to play? Do you still play?
I don't play.
Nope.
No, but I'm paying back.
Good for you.
Well, I don't know. I just, just something we wanted to do.
You're a day away from school, so you're going to be seeing your students and all the musicians out there. How big of a need is this?
It's a very big need. We have a number of students at Oklahoma City Schools that need instruments that parents can't quite afford to purchase instruments. Or even
instruments aren't cheap, that's for sure.
No, they certainly aren't. And so it's been a blessing to have people like Jim to come around and offer to help us raise money for instruments. And I brought one with us here, a saxophone, that was donated to our school program. And so I have a kid in mind that I'll give this instrument to when we have class. And so I'm sure to bring smiles to my student.
Tenor sax, I'm guessing?
It's an alto sax.
Alto, okay.
And so, yeah, we it just really, all the schools in Oklahoma City really need help. And so this really helps our program out and gets our kids what they need. It puts instruments in their hands so that they can develop into the musicians that they want to be. And so that's part of my job, is to help them and guide them. And so I'm looking forward to starting a new crop of beginners who will be learning instruments for the first time. And so this is something that I've done for over 40 years, because I'm actually starting my 41st year this year.
Congratulations.
And thank you, I appreciate it. It's been a love of mine, and I'm just privileged to be able to work with so many great students and parents. And when individuals like Jim come around and offer to help, it really is very helpful to us.
You probably can't get enough of that.
We really can. And so anyone who can contribute or help us put instruments in kids' hands, it's just phenomenal. It's just it's a welcome plus for our students, and it allows us to be able to expand our programs. And that's something that we certainly look to try and do, because we feel like music is very important in life. And so we want those kids, if they want the opportunity, we want to make sure that they have it. And so instruments give us that opportunity to get kids what they really want to do, and maybe even keep them out of trouble, I guess.
It's the creativity that it develops. It's that universal language that people can just relate and connect to various types of music.
Sure, oh yeah.
And speaking of such, what all type of bands Do you teach, conduct, instruct?
Well, I have 5 bands at Classen, from beginning to all the way to advanced, and so I can put kids in a class based on their ability levels. And I also have a jazz program, and my jazz players do very well. So I encourage students to think about playing multiple instruments, because sometimes when they ask to play in a musical, the musicals request that they play more than just one type of instrument. So they may have to put down a clarinet and pick up a sax. And so when I can...
Similar, it's a reed instrument, but it's different.
Right, exactly. But again, having 5 classes allows me the opportunity to teach those kids the instruments that they want to learn, and that they can prepare to maybe help other programs at Classen. And so it's like I said, I've been at Classen 13 years. And I truly enjoy teaching, even after, like I said, 40 years. But to see those kids go from point A to point B, to starting to learn the notes, learn the music, and then develop into possibly outstanding musicians down the road, that's what we try to accomplish.
I'm sure that moment when it just clicks, when it suddenly sounds like music versus they're getting tones.
Oh, certainly.
I'm sure that's the magic.
Well, yeah, that's true. And I encourage parents at the beginning that they're going to hear some sounds that may not sound quite pleasant to the ear, but in time.
Yeah, my parents had me in piano lessons, and we were joking. I was joking with my mom the other day. I was like, I can't imagine how many hours you heard me play the same song. But that's how you learn and get better, as you practice. But someone on the other side of that wall is hearing it going, How big are class sizes these days in band?
Well,
maybe that varies. I don't know.
Yeah, it does vary. It does vary. Usually my larger bands are beginning group, and then the high school band is pretty large. When I say large, it may be somewhere between 30, 40 students. I've worked in other schools where it's been a little bit larger, but at Classen there's so many great programs. And, you try to work out getting the kids that they really want to take band. And so my class average is about 30 students per class usually. But again, the high school band's a little larger, and the jazz band is usually about 20 students in that class, because we only have so many saxophones, trumpets, and trombone players.
Yeah, Jim, I guess that really just kind of underscores there's that need. There's that many people. You can't exactly share a trumpet mid-song, More donations, the better.
Well, some of our same old sponsors that have helped schools through the years, Swab Meat Company, Allied Steel and Crane, Quick Print, Midwest Wrecking, some of these others, these kids, for their musical experience, and I feel like Oklahoma City is the other music city. We've got so many musicians, and there's reason.
Really good ones, you're right.
The reasons are instructors like Mr. Irons here, and Mr. Green at Northwest Classen, and Mr. Purvey at John Marshall, and it goes on and on. Your band instructors have brought these kids along, and I think music's part of the Oklahoma Standard, really. So they need money to compete, travel, and part of their music experience, and to make, we're hoping if we can help a family get their kid into music, that they become involved in their kids' education, and it shows that. So
good way of saying that.
We're doing some on the senior high level. We're doing some tailgate parties before football games. And,
cool.
Some bands are going to be there, and so they're going to be events, and they're going to have a lot of fun. And
well, that just adds to the atmosphere, though.
Well, we hope it's going to be fun. Yeah.
So people can come again. Bank First lobbies. There'll be some boxes or signage there. You wanted to throw out your phone number if people want to give you a call.
Sure. Yeah, I'm 630-8460. Call me anytime, or let them know down at Bank First, or any of the folks down at Swab Meat. Holler at them, or give us a call. Let your local schools know. If you've got to donate an instrument, call us, and we'll come get it. And we've got funds to fix it and get it in the right hands so a kid can find his talent. And I look forward to hearing some of his students
Seeing the results of this.
play again. I've been to a couple of his concerts, and they're awesome. So
Again, the program is called Chance to Play. I have one last question for you, sir. Can we hear you play somewhere? I assume you play.
Well, yes, I do, but I primarily spend my time working with my students, so I'm not out playing like I used to.
Gotcha.
I spend most of my time with my grandchildren, playing with them, I guess.
Cool.
But yeah, it's really a great need for instruments, quality instruments. I've had students to go to pawn shops to purchase instruments, and they're just not very quality. And so to have a quality instrument in a kid's hand that they could grow and develop into the musicians that they want to develop into, that just speaks volumes. So any help we can get, we appreciate it.
He's Reginald Irons, Jim Barnett. Again, the program is called Chance to Play. Gentlemen, thank you for your time. It was great to meet you.
Thank you a lot.
Best of luck with
Thank
everything.
you
Appreciate
so
it.
much.
Thank you
Appreciate
a lot.
you.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.